Behold, Bruce, the VPP suspension design. The greatest mountain bike full suspension technology humankind has ever created.
Yeah, I've ridden a few. I think it's okay, but I don't know, man. I've moved on.
You cannot move.
You
cannot move on from the apex, from the apogee of suspension design. There's no. You're moving down if you're moving on.
Well, kind of. I've moved backwards. You know what I'm all about now is Horst Links.
Yeah, that is moving backwards. Because that technology's from the 90s, man.
And it works. It's been proven.
No.
4 bars, all you need.
No.
Yeah.
Horst Link is old. It is too squishy. It doesn't pedal well. Bad design.
Oh, come on. My bike pedal's great.
All right. Let's go walk around our warehouse here and see if we can find a suspension design that we agree on.
Sure. And
maybe the pros in our operations department can help settle this debate.
Let's do it.
All right. I'm Spencer.
I'm Bruce.
This is Shop Talk.
So we got active braking pivot. We got
here's a VPP. VPP, or virtual pivot point, has a solid rear triangle, counter-rotating links, and in my opinion, it provides a lot of pedaling support and active suspension. In the case of a downhill bike like this YT, Horst Link, I think, is appropriate. Tall boy, perfect application for a VPP because you got the pedaling support.
Oh, wow. Spencer's looking around. Why don't I tell you that Horst Links, they're simple, they work, they're proven. Horst Links have this pivot on the chainstay, and we have 4 bars. 1, 2, 3, 4. And what you get is a nice active suspension feel. Horst Link suspension is the only suspension I trust with my child's safety.
No single pivots yet.
The Super Caliber. Well, it's a single pivot, and then the carbon flex stays here on the seat stays, they flex like 5 millimeters.
Switch Infinity. Would you ride this?
Totally, dude. I've liked it for a long time since it came out.
Okay. Yeah. I think I could live with Switch Infinity too. I think we might have some common ground here.
It's got a nice bottomless feel, good pedaling support.
Carl, what is the best full suspension design?
I think the best full suspension design is no full suspension. I'm a big hardtail fan.
Are you kidding? For everything?
Just about.
Just about everything.
Modern full suspension bikes are really good, but modern hardtails are also really good.
I have a Canyon Stride CF7.
Horst Link.
Horst Link boat as you are.
Totally.
And you're a big fan of the Horst Link.
Oh yeah.
I know when I met you, you rode only hardtails.
That's right.
But that changed.
It did change, yeah. You know, sometimes you see the light and you just gotta open up your horizons a little bit. You realize you can go a little faster with a little more tech, a little more suspension under your legs.
Yeah. Has there been a full suspension bike you've really liked?
You know, I do really like the Banshees, the KS Link design. It's pretty cool, 4-bar design. Before that, I rode on some DW Link bikes that were really great.
I'd say some of the early Santa Cruz stuff in the early 2000s.
Oh, single pivot.
Yeah. The ability to service it pretty quickly and simplify it has always been my go-to.
You know, simplicity of it, function, weight savings, kind of, that's my approach, I guess.
Surprised at how many single pivot people we've talked to so far. Really? More than I expected.
I mean, we're talking to all mechanics, too.
Nobody's backing me up on the VPP, though.
What is Clint doing?
Oh, yeah, you taking notes?
Ready to go. In my opinion, the best full suspension design, I would say, is probably Horst Link.
Yes.
But, you know, after, you know, taking all of the things that I've learned about suspension and just, you know, throwing them out the window, I've come to realize that I'm a nailed react type of guy, which is why I very much like the Marion Wolfridge design.
That's not even its full name. It's like react to play. It looks like a bike got like turned into a Cronenberg monster.
But I'm like more of a VPP guy though. Try and convince me on Horst here.
So Horst, what you really want to think about is the linear curve of the suspension. You know, you take your anti-squat, you throw that out the window because it's anti-rise, the leverage ratio. So then, you know, when you think about all those three things, the thing that really only matters is the anti-rise?
I thought it was anti-squat.
Anti-squat, right.
But
Which brings me to my next point. It's definitely the best suspension design.
Nobody wants a VPP. I don't get it. They don't.
Dude, people like them, they're just not here. I don't know, but I got something that will definitely cheer you up. I went into our museum and I grabbed Kurt Stockton's Kestrel Rubicon comp.
This, my friends, is a full suspension design.
Yeah, he used to race it at the Mammoth Kamikaze, you know that, right?
Legendary.
Mm-hmm. And, you know, he was sitting in the workshop looking at it. It usually comes with one shock, one of these Fox Alps shocks, but he was looking at the Link and was like, hey, I bet you another one could fit right there. So he did two.
Double shock, what does it mean?
I mean, essentially doubled the travel. It was 4.5, maybe it's 8 or 9 now.
It's a lot for 1995 people. Would you ride it, Bruce? I know you're an aluminum guy, but this is like, whew, hot.
No.
No?
No, I'm not touching it.
Well, come on, I would ride it. I think it's worth a try. I mean, who knows? Maybe he was onto something and we didn't see the brilliance at the time. I would ride it. I get some fresh tires. Those are a little roached out. I think it's missing a front brake pad, but no problem. We'll find one of those. And
maybe I'd ride it through the store on a real trail. No, I'm not touching it.
that would be disrespectful of this bike's race heritage, Bruce. Let's see what our friends around here at TPC have to think about the Rubicon. I bet some people would be down to ride this thing. Steve, yes or no, would you ride this bike? Yeah.
Absolutely. I just want to see what it feels like to push that big ring on the front. And then sure, 2 shocks, maybe it's better than 1.
Mm-hmm. Might need to trim the seat post a little though.
Absolutely.
You would?
Yeah, no doubt. I would ride it.
Yes.
I can't believe how many people want to ride this. This thing's a death trap. Come on.
I'm like afraid to actually sit on this bike. Expunge all its oil the moment I put my weight on it.
I would totally ride that.
Yes.
Oh, I would ride that.
You would?
I mean, 2 shocks are still better than 1 if I have to ride full suspension.
Wow, this is fresh. What year is this?
95.
That is when I was born. I would take it out, maybe trestle, you know?
Wow. Would you ride this bike?
The thing that makes me concerned is that I'm actually allergic to carbon. And that's actually the primary thing that's on this bicycle.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
First thing I recognize is the hydraulic rim brakes.
Yeah.
And I ride trials and I still use hydraulic rim brakes. I love them.
For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. So every time your wheel comes off the ground, it goes back on the ground because it's an opposite reaction.
It's all right, actually.
It doesn't feel too bad.
This is pretty good.
Your bike does feel pretty good too.
Well, I mean, tuned by a pro like me, it has to.